Hi, I'm Russell. Oh, and this is Lindy, but Lindy is sick and doesn't have a voice right now, so.
I've completely lost my voice.
So it's been really quiet around the house.
Yes.
Is that a bad thing? I don't know. We're with Love Create Celebrate, and today we're gonna be sharing our son's closet makeover, and it's even a little bit of an Ikea hack, so that's kind of a bonus. We partnered up with Wagner for this post, and they supplied the Easy Roller, which made the painting really easy for the closet. Nice, right? See what I did there? It's because it's Easy Roller, and then I said easy. Anyways, let's get into it. Oh, hey there.
We're just standing in a closet.
Yeah.
This was a playroom for us for the last few years, but now our son's getting a little bit older, wants his own space. And also, I think that this space just needs some more functionality.
When we first moved in, this is what the closet looked like. It just had a simple tower organizer and a couple bars for clothes. Fast forward to now, this was just before we started the reno. We just had a wood shelf in the closet for some general toy storage and craft supplies. So we removed all this so we could get started on our closet transformation. With a closet clear, our first step was to remove any of the old braces or brackets from the old closet organizer, all of the trim work, and then we could take the flooring out of the closet. Once we had everything off the walls, there were a few holes we had to fill, so we just grabbed some spackling and a putty knife and filled these. Once the spackling had dried, we gave everything a light sand, just so that we could add a wall texture back to the closet to match the rest of the walls. This is the wall texture we used. We just grabbed it from the hardware store, and you can kind of quickly mist the areas that you patched, and it blends into the pattern of the existing wall texture fairly well. I primed all the areas that we patched quickly off camera, and this is what it looked like when we were ready for paint.
Alright guys, I am painting the closet today. We are using the Easy Roller from Wagner. I have not actually used this guy yet, so we're just gonna try it out. I'll let you know how it goes. But I'm thinking it might be easier to paint in the closet with this guy because it just pulls the paint up and then...
Well, it also says easy on this packaging.
Yeah. Says easy, so should be.
Wagner's Easy Roller was really easy to use, no pun intended. It comes with a little filling tube that you can put on the side of your paint pot, and then you just attach your roller to this fill tube and you pull back on the plunger, which will fill the handle with paint. Lindy started by cutting all the corners in the closet with a paintbrush, and then she followed with the Easy Roller. The Easy Roller was really slick because once you have the paint in the tube, you can just keep going. You don't have to keep dipping in the tray, and I think we only had to refill the tube a couple times. We were really happy with how the Easy Roller worked. It was really ergonomic, it was easy to carry and hold, and it was just nice that you didn't have to keep dipping into the paint tray. And because of the size of the unit, you could actually reach up to the ceiling, which was a bonus. And once we were all done, the roller was actually really easy to clean, which I find as a huge plus when using a tool that is made to save time. With the closet all painted, and we actually took this chance to paint the entire bedroom, we could start with flooring. We use Silverleaf by Golden Select. This is actually a flooring that we have in the majority of our house to floor Wade's closet and room. match the rest of the house, we changed all the molding out to the flat stock style, and we installed this on all our doorways and for the baseboard trim.
We got these Ikea units in the as-is at Ikea. So at the time, this is 3 units. This is the whole unit, and there's 2 more. So these are stacked on top of each other. At the time when we bought these, we had no idea what we were going to use them for.
I actually bought them for my garage.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. I had no idea.
I used them, so they're too nice apparently for a garage.
They are too nice for
But then she's like, your garage isn't pretty enough to photograph. Oh, it's her fault.
Someone's bitter.
No hard feelings.
So we're happily married.
It's nice to have some cabinets in the garage.
So we have 6 of these units that we got for $20 each, $120 for an entire closet unit. We also built a little base. By we, I mean he. That base is going to go under everything to make sure that the bottom drawers can open nicely and not slide on the floor or anything. And then we're going to put a top that we've already built on top of here. So he gets 3 drawers for clothes, and then the rest will be filled with toys and organization. So yeah, the first step is to install these bad boys.
Yeah, he could even put some of his tools in it if he wanted to.
Okay, he probably will.
So this is the base. This goes on the floor like so, and then it just holds the cupboards upwards. First thing you want to do is you want this to kind of attach into the studs of the wall. So with the stud finder, the first thing you always have to do is calibrate it. So you go like this, and it works. Right, honey?
No.
Right, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is important life skills for you to learn for when you're older, right?
Yeah.
Where else? Do we have any more studs in the closet?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's at least 2 studs in this closet, so that suffice. I built the base out of scrap wood I had lying around the shop, and I made it so that it would bring the drawer units about 1.5 inches off the ground, and then I just trimmed out the outside so that once the base units were installed, everything looked finished. Anywhere where I found a stud, I secured the base to the wall just using a 2-inch wood screw. Okay, so buddy, the next really important step of if you've installed something properly is to see how strong it is, okay? So you go like this, be like, yeah, that's not going anywhere.
Okay.
You try?
Yep, this is going anywhere.
Perfect, high five. We added pocket holes to the top of our drawer units, and this was so that we could attach our countertop from the underside once we had everything in the closet. We moved the cabinets into the closet, and then we secured the cabinets together, as well as secured the cabinets to the wall. To make the drawer top, I grabbed some 3/4 inch plywood, trimmed out the edges with some 2x4s, and then added a couple coats of black paint. Do you help lift? Oh. Good job. Yeah, right.
That was not so heavy for me.
Not so heavy for you. Oh, like a glove. High five.
And me did my multiplier.
You did your muscles for it, yeah. To attach the top to the drawers, we just used the pocket hole and some screws to secure it all together. With all the drawers installed, the next step was to add a shelf. We wanted to put a shelf above the drawer unit just to add a little bit of extra storage and utilize some of that tall ceiling room that we had. I started by adding some bracing, and I just secured this to studs that I found in the wall, and then I wrapped the whole shelf with a 1/2 inch thick MDF. I used construction adhesive and brad nails to secure the MDF to the bracing, and then used some spackling and caulking to fill in any gaps or holes. Then I had one less sand. I went everything over with a sander, and I kept my vacuum close by to try and minimize the dust, and then I hit some areas with a long sand pad just to make sure it was nice and level.
Okay, I got a bunch of goodies off Amazon, just stuff to help us organize this whole space. I figured I could just buy everything at once, finish off the space, and that'd be good. We bought a bunch of these bins, organization, right? We just want to like separate toys and other things in the drawers. They fit in perfectly. So I'm really happy with that. Then, so these are the rods we got for the hangers. We're gonna put them in here because we have this slanted wall that otherwise might be kind of wasted space. So we just got a couple really simple, cheap ones because you're not really even gonna see them. It's like Christmas, I get to unbox all the things. Hangers, just the black velvet ones because they are simple and stuff actually stays on them. So whole bunch of hangers for him. Then these are hooks. I have actually used these little walnut hooks before in another space, and I love this Amazon find. And then to kind of match that vibe, I got this little walnut holder, which will just go up there for all the knick-knacky things that always end up on top of a dresser. This will be his new laundry hamper. And then a couple more little baskets that we're gonna put on the shelf that we have yet to build. But again, just some storage that for stuff you want tucked away and not seen every day.
We're both really happy on how this closet turned out. It definitely gave it a more modern feel and a lot more usable storage. And that easy roller definitely made a quick job of painting that closet.
Oh, it's so cool!
What's in your other drawers? Can you show me?
It's
Cars.
Whoa.
What's that for?
This for my laundry.
And here is the budget breakdown. So for the Ikea units, we spent about $120, and those were from the as-is section, so we did get a deal on those. For finishing, molding, and paint, we spent about $150. For the supplies for the floating shelf, that was $60. We had some miscellaneous supplies, screws, sandpaper, that kind of thing, about $25. We spent about $200 on Amazon organization supplies. And the flooring for the closet, if you include the closet alone, was about $65, but we did floor the entire room, which was about $550 in flooring. So not including the flooring for the entire room, we spent $620 on this space. So I think that's not too bad for all the organization we got.
Well, what did you guys think? I mean, I'm really happy with how this closet turned out. I was a little bit worried trying to put in all those dresser units, like how it was gonna fit. It actually made it look like we planned out the clothes bars because the clothes fit perfectly in beside there. With Lindy's little wood accents, like there's a few little things actually give it kind of a nice polished kind of custom look compared to just a normal builder grade closet. Hopefully you guys liked that video, and if you did, give us a thumbs up. And if you have any comments below, make sure you add those. Let us know what you think about the budget, and be sure to subscribe so that you can see future videos from Love, Create, Celebrate. Thanks for watching.